Hello and welcome to News for Us. It's March 20th, I'm Joe Stobbs.
And I'm Abby Waddington, and today we're sharing the alarming announcements of Slender Man, the main character, not being a story anymore, alongside talking to one of the many survivors.
It's been discovered that this Slender Man character has been sighted in towns and cities such as Nelson, Whalley, Clitheroe and Manchester, scaring the public and preventing them from living their day-to-day lives.
Here is some unfortunate proof of this happening.
So I was on a job, it was the early hours of the morning, I was just getting some tools out of the van and I saw Slender Man. He was just stood there watching me. So I got my tools out, I shut the van doors and looked back to see if he was there, and he had gone.
I was sat playing Patience on my computer like I do every night, and all of a sudden there was a really funny, strange noise scraping outside on the window, and I looked out there and there he was sat over there in the garden. I shut out, I said, "Go on, get out, I'm stuck in my garden like this, go on, clear off, shoo, go."
Gosh, that's awful. I can't imagine what those poor people went through.
I know. Joining us now is Lewis, one of the few lucky survivors from these attacks. He has taken a lot of courage to come here this morning to talk about his experience. A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Please tell us, how are you doing? How are you coping with what happened to you?
You know, I'm coping with it much better now, but when it first started, I was just so broken. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't talk to anyone, but after a few days, I've learned how to cope with it. And, you know, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and with this outcome, I feel I've just gotten much stronger.
But I think the big question is, what actually happened?
Yeah, basically, I was just walking through the park near my house.
Which park is that?
It was Rodney Park. I was just walking through there, minding my own business, and all of a sudden I heard this scream back where the swings were, and so I went to have a look, but I couldn't find anything. So I carried on walking, thought it was nothing, and then I heard it again, but this time it was right behind my ear, and I stopped and I turned around and I saw him there right behind me. But so I decided to run, and I kept turning around to see where he went, but he just kept getting faster. It's just all a blur, but I think it got real when I thought I was going to die.
I can't even wrap my head around what you have to go through.
It must have been so scary. You're so brave for going through that.
Yeah, it definitely was, but I'm just so thankful for being alive.
I think you're strong enough to come over this tragedy.
Let's hope so. Let's hope.
Like, what kind of things are you doing to bring yourself back?
You know, I've just been spending time with my family and friends, as they are able to just distract me from everything that's happened.
Thank you so much for coming on to the show today. Your story was so inspiring.
Now to our reporter Joseph, who is on the scene where Slender Man was last sighted.
This job's an absolute joke sometimes. Bloody freezing. Ugh.
Joseph, you're live.
My earpiece is switched on. Oh, well, obviously it's switched on. Why would I have it switched off? It's on. It's off. One sec. Oh. Thank you, Joseph and Abby. I'm here live at the Rodney Park, where Slender Man has been spotted in the last few recent days. We know how he's been spotted, and we think he's been around fairly recently, as there is a jacket left over on that tree over there, which clearly means that someone has been murdered recently in this area. But luckily for us to find Slender Man is here with us today. Hi there, Slender Man.
You alright?
Yeah. Just got a couple of questions to you for this brief interview.
Yeah. Oh.
Also, just to remind you, this is a live interview, so please do watch your language.
Yeah.
Also, just a few questions. So, have you killed anyone fairly recently?
Yeah, a few people, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How many in the last 24 hours?
3? No, 4. 4.
4? Yeah, okay. What would you say your preferred method of killing someone is?
You know, disappearing behind trees and stuff, looking like a tree generally, and then, you know, just kidnapping them. Yeah.
And what would you say that you do once you've kidnapped the individuals? What would you do to them?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
I see, confidential information.
Yeah.
Anyway, where do you think you're probably going to end up going next?
Feeling Blackburn.
Blackburn? Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a trek though to get to Blackburn from here.
Yeah, no, I can teleport, so.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. Not a problem. Any other special abilities that you're willing to share with us?
No, I'm actually quite late for something, so I'm going to have to head off actually now.
Okay, not a problem there. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Slenderman. Thank you. So that was our interview with Slenderman
Sorry, I
there.
forgot my jacket.
Well, as heard, Slenderman is now going to be approaching Blackburn, so we do advise everyone and the citizens of Blackburn to stay indoors, keep your doors locked, barricade your windows, do anything you can to protect yourselves, and also people from the surrounding area, please do make sure that you have got circumstances in state to make sure that you are protected by Slenderman, as he is highly dangerous and obviously lurking around still. Back to you in the studio.
Okay.